Comics.
Hey, welcome to Rockin Comics. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
We got a short one this week.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
We just got Rockin Comic. Amy's awesome. And the archive. So let's launch into our Rockin Comic of the Week. Now, I will say, we look at a lot of comics this week online at rockincomics.com. A bunch. A couple random comics. One that I picked up out at DanCon. So make sure you check out the podcast to get the full look at everything. But for the first time in a long time, we only have one Rockin Comic. Action Comics number 7. Ta-da! It just works all the way through for me. We get back to the main story that they started, that they kind of left off on in issue 5. They took 2 issues away, and now we're back to see what happened to the city in the bottle. We see Superman developing more of his powers, or at least
learning more about himself and his powers.
We see the Superman suit for the very first time, which is really interesting. And I gotta say, the backup story in here, that this is the second one they've done of this type.
Yeah, I think so.
Featuring Steel, the new Steel. Really, really good. Matter of fact, that's what, for me, pushed it over the edge as the Rockin' Comic this week. But from top to bottom, action, art, story, pacing, you name it, Action Comics has it this week, and it's just really good.
Yeah, it just fires on all cylinders. I haven't had a book that was like that solid besides Teen Titans.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, I'm so glad that they're back from their... By the way, this is what happened to Superman before.
Yeah. There was an origin story and then the Legion story, and I wasn't into either one of those. I get why they did the origin. I still don't get the Legion story.
Yeah.
But now we're back, and I couldn't be happier. It is really good.
Yeah.
Really good. So Rockin' Comic of the Week, from both of us, Action number 7.
Bravo. So, Amy's awesome. I apologize for all of this that's going on.
A little sick all up in here.
There's some sickness, and I'm trying to contain it here. Earlier this week, Sorry. I got to go to a concert that was Daughtry, but you guys know who Chris Daughtry is. I made to tell you who Chris Daughtry is. Who I'm going to tell you who is the opening band, Safety Suit. You need to go, if you're watching this on the YouTube, go up there and put in Safety Suit and click search. And just watch everything that comes up, because you're not going to go wrong. They're just a really great band. They're from Nashville, Tennessee, so they're Midwestern boys, and it's props for me. I like my Midwestern boys. They put on such a great show. They just have such great energy on stage. Phenomenal. I'm so glad that they're on tour with Daughtry, because this means so many people are going to know who Safety Suit is now, because, I mean, literally I was sitting there and I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't think any of these people know who this band is. They've probably never heard of them. The girl beside me was like, okay, come on stage, say hi, and then go. And I'm like, no! I have at least 4 songs I want to hear. You can shut up, because I'm here for this band.
Amy's like, boom.
I was sitting there going, are you kidding me? So, but I think by the end of their set, there's a song in particular that we talk about in the podcast called These Times that is getting a lot of attention right now. That's actually the title track from their sophomore album. And it was very interesting to watch when they did this song. People in the audience kind of stopped and listened, and the attitude sort of changed. It's just a very appropriate song for anybody who's struggling right now, which is pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So I think that it connected with just about everybody who was really, stopped and listened to that song. And I think they did 2 songs after that, and the energy was different after that song. They really got people's attention. And I have gone everywhere in town, and I can't find their CD, so I am left to assume that everybody has gone out to buy the CD after the concert. So,
good for them, bad for you.
Bad for me. Very sad. I have to share now. But I am. I'm sharing. I'm sharing my Safety Suit with you.
Yay.
So there you go. That is your awesome. If you can go see Chris Daughtry on his tour, that actually I think officially starts 2 weeks from now. This was the opener test date, I guess, that we had here.
Nice.
If you get to see them, just go. Just go. Safety Suit and Daughtry, just go.
All right, then. That's pretty plain and simple.
It really is. It's that simple. Just go.
I'm going to continue with the archives in the vein that I have been. It's just pulling books from my past that I have left an impression and I really enjoyed.
Sorry. It's going to be gross, so...
One of those books that I really enjoyed, and it's one of those things that it sticks with me, is Jungle Action, number 14. It's featuring Black Panther. And as you can tell, when I was a kid, this was released in 1975. So I was a youngin'. You weren't, but I was a youngin'. And of course I'm going to buy a book with Black Panther getting eaten by a Tyrannosaurus. Of course I want to see what happens. And once again, the art in this book from 1975, the artist, his name is Billy Graham. I don't think it's the guy from the TV who cried and said, "I'm sorry, I sinned against you all." If it is, he is talented. I don't think it's him. But it's one of these books that I remember so much about it. There's so many images in this book. I remember an image from the beginning where this guy in this weird ritualistic mask with these big fangy things is trying to bite Black Panther. I remember that. I remember the image of him sinking into the tar pit. I remember the image of a bird that gets thrown into the tar pit. I remember the image of these dinosaurs that are in this bizarre jungle. The main guy, Killmonger, just how he just looks like he's mean. There's just so much about this book I remember, and really it just stuck with me. So for me, pulling an archive, this one was simple this week. And once again, I love the style of the art in this. It's Jungle Action number 14, featuring the Black Panther. So that is my archive for the week. And that is it for this week.
That's it.
If you have not done so, make sure you check out some of the videos from DanCon. I went up to a small Comic-Con called DanCon last weekend. There's a bunch on the page. Make sure you check it out. Otherwise, make sure you check the podcast at rockincomics.com. Like our Facebook page. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
We're going to get you some vitamin C.
Already on vitamin C.
Well, we're going to get you...
Supposedly you can not overdose yourself. Like, bad things happen if you take too much vitamin C.
That is true.
So I can't take any more.
All right. Well, we'll get you chicken soup. Chicken soup it is. All right, till next time, I'm Zach.
Bye, Amy.
Bye!